All right, guess what? The CBS Charity Classic is up this weekend, and there's this guy you may know who's part of it.
The Dan York State of Mind program is brought to you in part by Lookout Rhode Island and Taco Comfort Solutions.
Alrighty, Friday nights, you know that we just kind of chill a little bit or focus on a single issue or try to save the world. Right now, we're just going to talk a little shop, golf, CBS Charity Classic. This is a great week, as I told you earlier in the week when we had the folks in the Northeast Amateur here, for golf fans in Rhode Island, because you get a chance to see still tomorrow. And maybe Tony Romo made the cut. I don't know. We tape the show, as you know, on Fridays. And if you didn't know that, on Fridays we tape our shows on Thursday. Every other day is the same day. But Tony Romo was like just inside the cut after day one at the Northeast Amateur. And so I'm guessing that if he makes the cut on Saturday, they cut after 3 days, that there'll be a big crowd following him at Wannamoisett. But it shouldn't be Tony Romo only that sends you out to Wannamoisett. I was out there on this Thursday taping day. You're seeing it on Friday, of course. Just amazing golf from these young kids who have just, I don't know, turned this thing into a whole nother sport in some ways. Brad Faxon Brad Faxon is here. Brad Faxon will tell me what he thinks about that in about 10 seconds. He is, of course, the co-host of the CBS Charity Classic, a project that needs no introduction, and a guest who needs no introduction. How are you, my friend?
Good to see you, Dan. Good to be on the show again.
Those kids at Wano are just at Northeast, they're just unbelievable.
They really are. They're probably 3 or 4 steps away from being potentially PGA Tour players. You know, the best competition in the world after the PGA Tour was what used to be called the Web.com, that is now bought out by a placement firm called Korn Ferry. Now it's the Korn Ferry Tour, which is a weird name.
Yeah.
But the college players, which most of these guys are, that's really the guys that are hitting it the farthest and are learning the quickest and advancing the most. So you're getting a great look at some players at the Northeast Amateur that next year will be playing on the tour.
Yeah, and some of the tour's greats came through Wannamoisett. It's amazing.
Through
the Northeast Amateur.
There at the Northeast Amateur, you recognized almost all the names have gone on to success somewhere. And the fact that Tony Romo's here, I mean, that's a big deal.
What did you think about that?
I love it. And a lot of, like, when he's been getting some exemptions to the Korn Ferry Tour, I'm not used to saying that yet, but he's played in some events. Some of the players don't like that. John Smoltz played in the Senior U.S. Open last year. He's gotten some exemptions on the Senior Tour. Players gripe about it because he's taken away access, and access is what a lot of the lesser players are all about when they don't play well. You know, the tagline Jim Colbert, one of the great Senior Tour players, said was, "All your problems get taken care of when you play better." Right? Just play better.
Right.
But this is
a business.
It's a show.
It's a business.
I mean, Wannamoisett will look better when there's 1,000 people out there rather than 100 people out there.
Absolutely. And, you know, I've kind of lamented the idea that there's been, relative to the product at the Northeast, there have been a trickle of fans that have showed up there.
Right.
I don't know if there's a misunderstanding. I don't know if they think that got to be paid. It's free. You can walk with the kids. I mean, you don't talk to the kids while they're playing, but you can walk with the kids. Unlike the CBS Charity Classic, where I usually walk a few holes with you and we have a conversation because you're not as focused on, well, you are focused on winning, but you can.
Well, I can't break 80.
You're a mature player. You can't break 80. Hey, we finally have the same game.
It's awful.
But anyway, you're here to talk about the CBS, but we always just shoot the breeze and talk golf in general. I think the Romo thing is phenomenally good. I think the Northeast did a great job in taking advantage. And if you missed that conversation with the Sheriff and Tuthill, that's on foxprovidence.com. All of our shows are archived. And that was just Tuesday, Wednesday this week.
I'd love to find out, maybe you know, how he got here. Was he invited to play?
He's friendly with Nota Begay.
Yeah.
Through a caddy.
Okay.
A caddy relationship, Nota Begay. He had said, geez, you know, he was talking to Nota, and he said, you know, at some point I'd love to play some of these Northeastern, and the Northeast Amateur was on his radar as one of these big events, and Nota says, well, hey, listen, I played I won that thing, and called Ben Tuthill, and Tuthill then extended the invitation. That's exactly how the whole thing happened. You know what? The whole world, no matter what your industry, is networking, right? And so
it's always going to be that way.
And to his credit, as we played some video earlier this week, I attended the press conference. Humble, quiet, unassuming. Didn't walk into the room as if, hey, I'm here. I understand that on his first day yesterday, signed autographs whenever asked, walked very carefully around the place. One RAJ official said to me, if you didn't know that was him, you wouldn't know it because the hat was down, the beard is on. So I think he senses, and I asked him the question, by the way, about the level of anonymity that most of these players are operating under versus his entry into it. How does he juxtapose that? And his answer was really interesting. He said, just because those kids are walking around without a crowd doesn't mean that they don't feel the same pressure that everybody else does. So they're fine. And I mean, that's a paraphrase. But I thought that was a good way to answer the question. And I asked him, by the way, you're interested, we're just shooting the breeze here, whether or not, what was tougher for him? What's tougher for him? Throwing a football in front of 70,000 people and running an offense, or a few hundred people watching him, hit a golf ball. And his answer was like, they're comparable, in terms of tension and pressure, right?
And if he has any insecurity about whether he should be allowed to play in that field, that intensifies it.
Right?
Doesn't it?
Hello?
Yeah.
And this is the thing that you and I have talked about for years. You go out and you play a $5 Nassau with your buddies, that's fine. But go qualify for a state event even, which I've done in the past and mostly failed miserably. I've made one cut. It was like the most incredible moment in my life, sports-wise. Doesn't say much, although I was a county champion in cross country, but that's a whole other story.
Oh, cross country.
People laugh about
We're
that.
We're just shooting the breeze a little bit.
But hey, listen, guys with the funny hats in the official room,
right,
and microphones, and here's your card. All of a sudden, and other good players, it changes everything. So I'm sure Tony Romo feels the same kind of on the cut line that anybody would.
Brett Quigley.
By the way, you're the guest of this program.
Another PGA Tour player, and I played a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago now, the Dunhill Cup, which was the European version of the Pebble Beach Pro-Am. So we had two buddies of ours from here that had done very well successfully financially, and we flew over on their plane, get to St. Andrews. We played 3 practice rounds at St. Andrews, Kings Barnes, and Carnoustie. We had the best time. They're having so much fun, and then we're driving from the hotel to Carnoustie on Thursday morning, the first day of the competition. And we're trying to tell them, guys, it's going to be a little different today. You're going to feel a little more pressure. It's not going to be quite as lighthearted and fun there. No, it'll be great. But we get out there, we get shuttled to the 10th tee, which is a while out. There's a bunch of people out there. There's a man introducing the players, and when he introduced my amateur partner, Paul Salem, who's from Barrington, next to play from the United States of America, Paul Salem, there was a gallery, clapping for him. And he played hockey at Notre Dame. He played hockey at Brown. He said, that's the most nervous I've ever been in my life. So it changes.
Your knees wobble.
Your knees wobble, your hands shake.
Absolutely. You get this tournament this weekend here. When we come back, we'll talk about it. Stay with us.
What can you expect from this field this year?
Well, I'm so excited. I don't think in the history of this event, the long history, that we ever set a timeline for how long it would work. And you said 20 years. We've raised 22 million plus. Every year there seems to be something new, something exciting. I think with a recent field change, the 3 different tours in one day versus 2, it's right. A lot easier to get some of the best players in the world to come to Rhode Island. So it's humbling. It's fun. It's still fun to do this.
And especially with the new format, right?
The new format's really made a big difference. We used to have 20 players, 2 days, a 2-man field, 2-person field. And Octagon, which is the new management company that's been running the event now the last couple of years, took over from Peter Jacobson, came up with this idea immediately. And I was devastated. I'm like, oh my God, well, it's going to go away. And it's been better because these players are in such demand of their time. To get the top players that we want to have for 2 days was next to impossible. And we saw that with the amount of work we're having to do to get paid. So this event has actually become better. And we have the same purse. So in essence, the players are making more money for 1 day now than they were making for having the same purse for 2 days.
Right.
So they're all happy. And rarely do PGA Tour players get to play with the LPGA Tour players. There used to be this JCPenney Classic where they were partnered together. So now it's like, hey, this is pretty fun. And if you looked at the list of LPGA players we have, I mean, it's Brooke Henderson from Canada. She just won again. this past week. Lexi Thompson, who's the #1 ranked American, she won 2 weeks ago. My partner, So Yeon Yu, who's the top, is she the top Korean player? She's one of the top Korean players.
She was your partner last year.
Yep, and with McElroy. So, I mean, we've had the best of it. We have 2 Hall of Famers with Colin Montgomery and Marco Mira. It's great.
Well, I would suggest, to be honest with you, and remember the competition proper happens on Monday, the Pro-Am is on Sunday, and they've got all the other...
And with a bunch of celebrities on Sunday now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, it's good. So
Bunch of
check out foxprovidence.com, wpr.com, cbscharityclassic.com for all of that stuff. But, you know, for the golf fan who's always... There are fans who just enjoy watching, and then there are a lot of fans who I'm thinking, just looking to find something, you know.
Right.
You just find something. I say watch the LPGA players because their tempo and the visibility of their swing is easier to, for me, is easier to pick something up.
No doubt about it. And I think the rhythm that they have, the grace that they have, and most of them, their techniques are pretty stellar. But then you watch somebody like Lexi Thompson, and she's a 6-footer. She's tall.
Yeah,
she bashes it. If I don't hit it good, she's in it by me. She's crushing it.
And McElroy, to be able to walk with Rory McIlroy last year was such a great get. And I tell people this story for those who are interested in golf mechanics, and Brad knows this. I'm psycho about this.
I can see your mind like moving.
What was fascinating is to actually be able to walk with him and see what you see on television, but see what you see actually from this far away, and to see a guy take a turn the way he does and literally clear himself while he's back here. I mean, I know
That's awesome.
I know that that's not exactly what's happening, but to the naked eye, that's how it appears, that he's actually, his hips are going one way, his back is still another way, and that lag that he creates is why he hits the ball so far.
That's exactly right.
And it's just amazing to go out and see that caliber of play in front of you in a way that even in Hartford this weekend, you can't get that close. I mean, if you're sitting on the...
there's nothing like this.
Nothing like
at
this.
CBS. And Rory McIlroy, he's a little guy, 5'9", 160 pounds. And if he's not first or second in driving distance, he's third distance, which is really a prerequisite for success.
Where are you with him in terms of your last year famous consultation with his putting?
we talk and text all the time. I live close to him in Florida. We spend some time together. But he's a special student. I don't have to say a whole lot to help him. And what I try to teach any player is independence too, not dependence. I think a lot of the instructors today want to be taped around the player's back. And I'm like, no, you should be able to figure this out yourself. You should be able to do this yourself. It's not that complicated.
And also the branding that goes along with teaching. All you got to do is look at Hank Haney's book and find out that Tiger Woods paid him only 50 grand. But Woods was saying, hey, listen, you're tied to me. It's worth millions to you. So, you haven't, you're making a face. That's what's in the book. Did you read the book?
I'm sure it was a very interesting
The
book.
popsicle story is the best part of the book, but you got to read it to believe it. It tells you a lot about both guys. But you have not been pretentious about this help for Rory McIlroy. You've been honest about an answer, but you haven't flaunted the idea that, hey, I helped him. He won a tournament right after I helped him. That's not your style.
When I saw Rory at Pebble Beach for the Open last week, after you won Canada the week before by 7, we had talked the day before, and so what am I going to say to Rory McIlroy, who's already the #3 player in the world, that he has to do anything different the next week? It's just kind of keeping him confident, keeping him excited and upbeat, which is not hard to do with a guy that's as motivated as anybody in the world. He's only 30, right? He's won 4 majors. There's only a few players playing that.
Feels like he's been around forever, by the way.
And he has. He's been playing professionally since he was 18. I think he's got another 4 majors in him, which would put him in the elite of the elite.
Specifically, let's talk about CBS here. I want to talk to you about Fox and U.S. Open coverage and all that kind of stuff. This field, across the board, is as good as you've had it.
It always is. There's, this year we don't have Rory McIlroy, but we have 2 first-time players, 2 first-time winners on the tour this year. Max Homa, who won in Charlotte against Rory McIlroy and a few other stars, and then a guy named Keith Mitchell from the University of Georgia, who won the Honda Classic against another packed field, and the way he won it was fantastic. But Keith Mitchell, you want to watch him swing. He's the the guy this year that you'll go, I can't believe I've seen anybody hit a ball that far, and just looks like it's going up and down. And you go, wow. And again, we have Arnold Palmer's grandson, Sam Saunders. He's been great, and 3-time defending champion Keegan Bradley, who's, you
can't shake that guy.
New England guy. No, I hope something happens to him. Can I say that? I don't mean that.
And Billy's been playing pretty well.
Billy's playing great.
And Billy Andrade,
Brooks
of course, the
playing great.
co-host, has been
They
playing
could
well.
win
in
by
Jamestown.
10 shots. I mean, yeah, he plays with Brooke Henderson, and she just won again this year. I mean, she might be my favorite person to watch swing a golf club, man or woman, because she's got, like you said, this lag. As the club's going up, part of it's still going back as it starts to go in direction, and you can't even bend your thumb in what hers does. And it just goes up high, it goes far, and you're like, you're a peanut. How do you do this?
Well, obviously he has questions about how to swing the golf club. When we come back, we'll talk about his role on Fox, U.S. Open coverage, and I'll probably have to give him a tip or two. Stay with us.